It's your girl Natasha Morrison, and you are now listening to Tenacious Goddess. Hello and welcome back, my beautiful goddesses. Okay, so in today's episode, I really wanted to talk about comparison and comparing ourselves. Because if you didn't know, I'm gonna tell you now, comparison is the thief of all joy. Do you want me to say that again for those in the back who didn't hear me? Comparison is the thief of all joy, and we all do it, or we all have done it at some point in our life. And I'm gonna get raw with you guys, because I see so many times, I'm a part of loads of Facebook groups, and I always see girls comparing themselves to other people or asking for advice, but in comparison to other people. And it just made me think, why are we comparing ourselves? Or why are you comparing yourself, baby? You do not need to compare yourself to no one. You are one of a kind. Your genetic makeup is unique to you. Your fingerprint is unique to you. Even if you have an identical twin, she is different to you, or he is different to you. You are an individual, which means that you decide how you want your life to be. You are the author of your own book. You are the maker of your own life. You decide how you want each and every day to be. Are you going to be positive? Are you going to be negative? Are you going to be fearful? Are you going to be grateful? You have the power to build whatever you want for your life. You just have to make a decision. Every single day you have to decide to get up and to keep going. And we all do it. We all compare. We all look at other people, especially nowadays with social media, Instagram and TikTok and Snapchat and YouTube, and I don't even know what else there is out there, but all of these social medias is so easy for us to get lost in the sauce. Everyone's going to show the best part of their life on social media. They're not going to show the argument they just had. A group of friends are going to look happy and joyful in a picture together, but they're not going to show the argument they just had 5 minutes ago with Kelly and Sophie pulling each other's hair, or Dean and Dan over there who was going at it over who stole whose girl. You're going to see everyone having a merry time and awesome time. You're going to see families. You're not going to see the fact that that girl over there isn't talking to her mom and doesn't have a good relationship with her mom, and probably doesn't even live with her mom and could be, homeless. You're going to see a happily family Christmas photo. You're going to see a couple happy and smiling. You're not going to see the struggles that they have to go through, the arguments they go through, the financial struggles, or all of these problems that people go through. You're not going to see that in a picture. You're not going to see the fact that someone feels sad or down because their life isn't where they want to be. They finish uni, they have a degree, and they're working at a supermarket or in a retail store, and they don't feel as though they've accomplished all the things they need to accomplish. You're not going to see these things in a picture. You might see that person on holiday or out in a nice restaurant or driving a nice car, but you won't see people's struggles. And this is why you can't compare yourself, and this is why it is a thief. Comparison will steal your life away, because you will keep comparing yourself to people, to other individuals, and trying to be like them, trying to replicate their lives, trying to get to their level, let's say, but not understanding how they got to their level. There's a lot of people in this world who will do things that you would never ever want to do. Your morals, your values would never allow you to do certain things, to have certain things. But other people do it, and all you will see is them smiling and them happy, but you don't see what that person has had to compromise to get what they want. And if you keep comparing yourself to other people, you are going to be unhappy. You are going to feel as though you are not where you need to be. Your life isn't going as well as it needs to be. And like I said to you, everyone's going to show the best parts of their life. Even when you talk to people, they're not going to lay out their problems and their struggles and their hardships to you. Oh yeah, I'm great. Life is amazing. Me and Billy are doing so great. We just got a new car and we just bought a new house. But Billy's cheating on me, and Billy could be abusing me, or, Billy could work all hours of the day and I never get to see him, Billy could be a narcissist. Billy could be egotistical. But you don't see the sacrifices that people have to make to have the things that they want. And we all do it. We all compare ourselves to other people because you don't feel like you're where you need to be. Especially nowadays, one of the major issues I'm seeing nowadays is people's insecurities about their lives and not being where they need to be at a certain age. Because nowadays, I mean, you have 14-year-olds and 15-year-olds, teenagers. You literally have teenagers, they're not even in their 20s yet, who have hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram and TikTok and Snapchat, and they're verified and they've got a blue tick, and they're working with brands and companies, and their lives just look so fantastic. And you're seeing them go shopping, and you're seeing them work with all these companies, and you're seeing them with Rolexes and Chanel and Dior and Balenciagas and Hermes and Cartier, and living in these beautiful apartments. And you now look at yourself thinking, oh well, oh my gosh, I'm 19, but look at Chloe on Instagram. Chloe is 19 and Chloe's got 500k followers, and Chloe is always in Selfridges or Harrods or Macy's or whatever the department store is in whatever country you're in. That person's driving a Mercedes Benz at the age of 19, and here I am me, I'm just stacking shelves and working in this rubbish clothing store, customers being rude to me, having to wake up, do a 9 to 5. But Chloe wakes up when she wants to wake up. Chloe sleeps in. Chloe does whatever she wants to do. No one manages Chloe, or she does have a management, but no one micromanages Chloe. Chloe can do whatever she wants. Chloe already can buy a house, and Chloe has a deposit, and Chloe's working with PLT and all these amazing brands, and here I am just not doing anything with my life. And you are stealing your life away. You're not realizing that Chloe has to work really hard. Firstly, to have a certain life, it takes consistency, it takes drive, it takes determination. And do you have that drive? Do you have that consistency? Then if you do, then do it. Decide that you want to do something, whether it's social media, whether it's a career, whether it's selling, whether it's starting a business. Decide that you're going to do that and do it. Commit to it. Put your blood, sweat and tears into it, because nothing that's worth having comes easy. Nothing worth having just comes to you. You have to work for it. So it might look as though Chloe's having this amazing life and everything's going great for her, but Chloe has to work very hard, and some people don't work very hard. Some people find other ways, to attain what they want. Are you willing to do certain things? Are you willing to have certain things be done to you, to have a certain life, to look a certain way on Instagram? And if your answer is no, then you're going to have to find a way to get the things you want, but you can't compare yourself to other people, because like I said, what glitters is not gold. You do not know what people are going through. So you can't compare yourself. And like I said, it's so hard nowadays because the world has gone from being so far apart. I mean, back in the day, Cribs. The only time you saw what a celebrity's house looks like on the inside was on Cribs. MTV Cribs, which is now back. And I think I saw Jordan once did hers. But anyway, we digress. But you would see celebrities' home. The only time you knew what a celebrity was up to is if you read a magazine, if you saw it on TV somewhere, but mostly magazines or newspapers. Now everything is on Instagram. You have gossip sites, you have people taking pictures of other people when they're out. There's no such thing as privacy anymore. No one really, you can have a private life, but it's only private to a certain extent. So now the world has been brought together. We know what's happening on the other side of the world. We know the beauty secrets of the super rich and glamorous. Why do they look this way? We're not just seeing them in magazine Photoshop looking fantastic, thinking, what did they do to their face? We know that they've gone out and had lip fillers, because it's all documented on social media. And what's happening? Loads of people are going out, they're doing these same procedures, or they're going to places and having these things done for cheaper. But then with everything in life, there's consequences. The certain things are for the rich, because there's maintenance, there's making sure you go to the right places, and the places that are credited and are good and are going to do a fantastic job, or you're going to pay to get botched. Are you willing there's so many things you have to consider. Are you willing to go there? So you can't compare yourself to no one. You can't look at no one's relationship, no one's family, because every single person on this earth has their struggles. The super rich and elite, they have their problems, they have their struggles. They have days where they probably cry themselves to sleep. Yes, their struggles and problems might be different to yours, but they do have their problems, just like you. And the next thing we need to remember is we need to stop glorifying other people. They are a human being just like us. The same blood you have in your body, they have a blood. They have a heart, you have a heart. You are a human being, they are a human being. The same 24 hours in a day they have, you also have that. You need to now decide, how are you going to spend that 24 hours? If you decide that there's a certain life that you want, you have to put in the work. Nowadays, we see people, I feel like I'm going to use the analogy of a cake. You know, we see this beautiful cake and it looks amazing and it looks yummy and delicious. But did you see the process of making the cake? Did you see maybe that baker had to start from somewhere? That baker probably wasn't so great when they started out. They wasn't the best at their job. And that through trial and error, through being consistent, through dedication and commitment and hard work, now you're seeing this magnificent cake. And that is life. Your life is just like that. People will only see the end result. People will see you doing great. People will see you in a nice house and driving a nice car, but no one's going to see the times where you were struggling and you was working hard and you cried, and no one sees the time when you had nothing, because no one cares. And also, you're not going to put it out there because you don't want people to know. All people are going to see is the glamorous side. And even the glamorous side, there is another side to that. There's a side to that where things aren't great. So you have to be grateful for what you have. And last week's episode, we spoke about gratitude. If you haven't listened to that podcast episode, then I really, really, really advise that you do, because you have to just be grateful. You have to be grateful for your life and take each day as it comes. Also, I really want you to remember that each and every day you wake up, you can decide to be whoever you want to be. You can decide to change your life, change your career, change the way you walk, change the way you talk, change your friendship circle. You can decide to do a whole 180 on your life if you want to. Even right now, you don't even have to wait for a new day. You could just decide that, you know what, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this relationship. I'm tired of even my family. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of the way they treat me. I'm going to step back. I'm tired of this job. You know, I'm going to get my laptop and I'm going to apply for a new job. You know, I'm tired of procrastinating. I'm going to start that company that I want to start. I'm going to become an influencer. That's what I want to do. I'm going to start today, right now. You don't have to wait for anything to happen. Sometimes we do that, but like, oh, when this happens, then I'm going to do this. And when A happens, I'm going to do B. And when B happens, I'm going to do C. And like I've always said to you guys, life does not go to plan whatsoever. You could have a 5-year plan for your life, but know that the universe has a completely different plan for your life. So there's no point planning for the future. You literally have to live in the now. There's a book that I really, really, really strongly advise everyone to read, and it's called The Power of Now. I absolutely love that book. I read it at the beginning of 2021. And that book completely opened my eyes and changed the way I viewed things. It's one book that I would definitely go back and read again. It's such a fantastic and powerful book, and I really, really encourage you to get your hands on that book and read it, because it talks about living in the now, and it really goes into depth about so many different aspects. But back to comparing yourself. Don't compare yourself, because you're going to start feeling inadequate. You're going to start feeling as if you're not good enough, and it's going to steal the joys. You could steal the best years of your life comparing yourself to other people, just to realize that person's life is absolutely horrible. Or you might end up having that person's life and realize it's not cracked up to what it actually seems. It actually isn't what it seems to be, and you preferred your old life. I remember that every time you move forward in life, you're always going to have new struggles. You're always going to have new problems, new challenges. Things are going to feel as if you didn't like them. I was talking to my best friend yesterday, and she said something to me that everything you prayed for, you have it now. The goalpost keeps moving, but we always forget that. We always forget that you might have prayed for that new job and that new job came, but because the new job came with loads of problems and stress and you don't like your management and you actually hate the job, but there was a time that you prayed for this job. There was a time that you prayed for this house. There was a time that you prayed for this husband, and now you have it. Yeah, it's not going to be perfect. Yeah, there's going to be challenges and there's going to be ups and downs, but there was a time you prayed for this, and the goalpost keeps moving because we keep growing and the world keeps changing and you keep changing as an individual. All you can do is be grateful. Be grateful for now. Be grateful for what you have now and make a plan. I look at my life like this, and I want you to close your eyes and imagine you're in a dark tunnel. You're in a dark tunnel, but it's a safe tunnel. You know that around you, you're surrounded by love and joy, and the universe is working in your favor. Everything is working in your favor. Everything that is yours will be yours. Nothing happens before or after its time. And you're in this tunnel, and on either side, I say this to my best friends, that you guys, I say to them, guys, you're on either side of in the other lane. So think about like a track and runners, and everyone's in their own lane. And I say to my friends sometimes your friend might be down and you grab their hand and you're holding them and you're helping them along, but the thing is, you're never looking over to their side. You're always focused. You're in this tunnel, you're running. Imagine you're jogging, you're running, you're at a nice steady you're at a nice steady pace. Think about the turtle and the hare. You are the turtle. You are, whether you're going slow, whether you're going really fast, or maybe you're going really fast right now, then you slow down. You keep going. Maybe you're in a consistent jog, but now you're in a slow jog, or maybe now you're walking, but you're always going, you're always moving. You've never stopped. You're never going to stop. You're never going to stop. And at the end of that tunnel, there's this beautiful light, there's paradise, and you just focus and keep going. And along this way, along this road, this path, there's going to be humps and bumps, and the road is going to maybe twist and bend, but you're going to keep going and you're going to keep moving and adjusting, but you're always focused straight ahead. That is your life. You want to have a tunnel vision for your life. You want to stay focused on yourself. Don't stop and look around. Let's think about an athlete running. The moment that athlete looks to the right or looks to the left or look up or look down and they're not focused on straight ahead, they slow down, and the next person next to them will shoot straight ahead of them and go past them. Because the moment you start comparing yourself, the moment you stop looking straight ahead and focusing on your own lane and you're looking at other people's lane, you are slowing yourself down, because now your mind is going to start working and your legs are going to start moving slower, and then maybe there's a bump in the road and you trip because you wasn't aware, because you're so focused on someone else's lane that you don't even realize the obstacles in your own lane. And now you've fallen over. Now this is the difference. Have you fallen over and you're looking up feeling like you can't get up, and you're seeing everyone go further? Now you're sad and you're wallowing, you're like, oh my gosh, I've fallen down, I can't get up? Or are you going to get back up and keep running, keep focusing? Because like I say to my friends, they're next to me, they might be sprinting right now, but you might be walking. There's going to be a time where they're walking and you're sprinting. And if that is your friend, like my best friends, I'm going to grab their hands, I'm going to run with them, but I'm never going to look in their lane. I'm there to support you, I'm there to encourage you, but I'm focused on my own lane. I'm not focused on what's going wrong in your lane. I'm not focused on your challenges or your problems. I'm there to listen and hear and guide you and help you, but I'm focused on everything that comes in my path. I'm focused on that. And that is how you need to see your life. That paradise at the end of the tunnel, you need to decide, what is that paradise? Is it the dream job? Is it the husband? Is it the white picket fence? Is it write down the life you want. Write down what is at the end of that tunnel, and each and every single day you make steps towards that direction, but you never ever stop. You keep going and you never ever stop. You never ever falter. You never ever look back. You just keep going. And that is what life is. Life is gonna have ups and downs, but you have to have tunnel vision. You have to be so focused on what's going on in your lane, not compare yourself to other people, and stay focused. The moment you do that, the moment you operate from gratitude, so everything around you, love, everything that happens along this race, this tunnel in this life, you say, wow, I'm so grateful for that. Oh, I'm so thankful for that. And you keep going and you keep moving, just keep moving, never stop, just keep moving, just keep moving, just keep moving, just keep moving. But yeah, you just keep going, guys. Keep going and never give up. And that is how you have to see your life. Comparison is the thief of joy. Remember that. Remember, you can be whoever you want to be. Life is about changing and growing. Whoever you are today, your problems, your struggles, the hurt, the pain, the fear, they are all in your mind. It has happened to you. You can't change it, but you can change what happens going forward. You can decide to be who you want to be, whatever life you want to have, and don't ever allow anyone to tell you otherwise. If they are, then cut them off. They are not the people you need in your life. But focus on you, do you, be happy, and for real, what glitters isn't gold, and you never know what people are going through. You never know what they've sacrificed or what they've had to do to get to where they are. So just be grateful, be happy, be thankful, and keep moving. Decide every day that I choose happiness. I choose me and I choose happiness. Alright, so that rounds up today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you really got something from today's episode. I hope I motivated you and inspired you. And I want you to remember that we all go through this. You are not alone. Everything you're feeling, someone else is feeling like that too. The inadequacy, the lack, the I'm not where I need to be, I'm not good enough, family struggles, relationship struggles. Someone out there is going through it. You're not alone. Just keep listening to Tenacious Goddesses podcast. Check out the blog, the Instagram, stay motivated, and join our family to keep your spirits high. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, then like I said, check out Tenacious Goddesses blog, Instagram. All of my socials will be left in the show notes. And until my next episode, take care, and I'll talk to you guys then. So bye.